Hello, Monster Toy fans. This is part 3 in my series of videos covering my Distinctive Dummies collection. So let's start with this one, the Abominable Dr. Phibes. Get a good look at that sculpt there. Spectacular robe. And of course, Vincent was under all this. And this is the first Vincent Price series that Distinctive Dummies did. It had Madhouse, Mask of the Red Death, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, and of course this one. And this particular one is number 00 of 50. Which means this is an artist proof, probably. When these were made, 2 extra ones were made. So if the limited production run said 50, there were actually 52, from what I gather. Now, I may be off base on this, but this is what I've learned. And one of the extra ones was given to the artist, and the other extra one was given to the stateside person that actually mailed them all out to everybody. They were sent from overseas to a stateside mailer in a big case to save money, and then they would send them out individually from somewhere in the United States. So anyway, this is one of those unnumbered ones, either the artist proof or the stateside mailers bonus figure or whatever. I mean, I guess that was part of their pay, for doing the job. These turn up once in a while, I mean, they sold them and got some money out of them. Evidently, they didn't collect them. But anyway, there is the Abominable Dr. Phibes. Classic black comedy horror from 1971, I believe. And here's the sequel. Vincent once again. Dr. Phibes Rises Again. Good card art. And there is Vincent's likeness as Phibes, which is actually in the movie supposed to be a mask. The mask is supposed to be what Phibes really looks like underneath. And they made Vincent up to so that his face was supposed to stand for the mask that Phibes wore. Because his face was all burned away and screwed up. But anyway, you guys know that. And this came out the next year, 1972. There's the back, and this one is number 41 of 50. Pretty sure this came out in 2013, this series of 4. Could be off by a year or so, but I think it was 2014. Here is Vincent once again from Mask of the Red Death, 1964. AIP, one of the Roger Corman Poe flicks. And there is the mask. And when the Red Death took the mask off, he looked like Vincent's character. The Evil Nobleman. What's his name? Count Prospero, I think. I didn't do any research on this. I'm just going from memory, so I could be off on some of this stuff. This one is number 13 of 50. Yeah, you can tell this is one of the early sets because it's limited to 50. Very soon after this, he went to 60 because he was selling them. So, and they've got this bogus 1/8 scale here. These are actually 1/9 scale figures. Now, here's a great figure from a weaker movie, actually, I think. It's just my opinion. Called Madhouse, where Vincent plays a crazy actor trying to get revenge on, You know, these different people in various ways, like from his movies. This character is called that he plays is named Paul Toombs, and this is Dr. Death, the monster lunatic character that he played in the movies and the plot of this movie. And there you see that 1/8 scale. It's actually 1/9. That was changed next series, I believe. This is number 22 of 50. And I believe Madhouse came out in 74. And I believe it was produced by Amicus, just like the Fibes movies. That's the first series. Now we go to the next series. And I do not have all 4 of these. Here is Dr. Warren Chapin from The Tingler. 1959, I guess. And there's a little Tingler there. It's kind of small, I think, but it's a good likeness of the Tingler, you know, from the movie. Looks good, just not quite big enough. And here is the next series of 4. You have Nicholas Medina from The Pit and the Pendulum. There's Warren Chapin. Then you have Roderick Usher from House of Usher, or Fall of the House of Usher. I think it went by both names. And Professor Henry Jared from House of Wax. And I didn't buy that. I don't remember why I didn't buy that figure. I should have. You know, these figures were expensive. By now they were $80 a piece, and some months it was hard to come up with that money, so I don't have them all by any means. This is number 28 of 60 for this one. And I've got another little Tingler figure there I'll show at the end of this, which is coming up pretty soon because I only have 7 of these. And here is Vincent once again as Roderick Usher. Great likeness, great sculpt, great paint, great costuming, very nice figure. See, they changed it to 1/9 scale by that time. And these are invaded by the ladybugs too. They crawl in through the top of the opening there on the clamshell. I mean, I don't care. I could open it up and get it out, but it's not going to hurt anything. So I do not care because, you know, over time more will get in there, so who gives a crap? All right. And here is the back of this one. It's number 31 of 60. Artwork by Robert Aragon. He did the early artwork on these, and that's pretty good. The art's pretty good that he turned in. You know, it's not poster art. I always prefer the original movie poster art when you can find suitable images to make the card from, but sometimes he went with commissioned artwork on those. So that's a nice Roderick Usher. And the last one I'll show is Nicholas Medina from The Pit and the Pendulum from 1961. Great movie. Another in the Roger Corman, Vincent Price Poe series from AIP. 1/9 scale. Really nice figure. Everything is as it should be. Nice Vincent likeness, good paints, good sculpt, good clothing. Nicholas Medina, man, he went nuts. Tried to chop a guy in half with the pendulum, and he left Barbara Steele's conniving butt stuck in in the torture chamber to rot away. That was cool. Anyway, this is number 33 of 60. And like I said, I can't show you the House of Wax figure because I did not buy that. And let's take a look at this little Tingler figure. Now this is much bigger than the one that Distinctive Dummies gave. This is from an Etsy seller named Stex. And oh yeah, I want to give a thank you to Rusty Von Hammerdown. Uh, uh, you know, we've talked. He's watched some of my videos, and we've exchanged emails, and he's a cool dude. So he pointed me back to Stex over at his Etsy shop because he's got a lot of new figures that are really nice. So if you guys get a chance, check it out. It's STEXE is the seller name for Etsy. And so anyway, this is a cool figure that I bought from Stex. I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. Don't remember exactly, but I bought this, which I will show on the back of one of these clamshells. It doesn't work very well on the tablecloth, but on something hard, well, it's not wanting to work on that either. Anyway, it's got like a little motor in it, and it vibrates it to a certain point. And let me see here just a second. Let me see if I can get something that this will work on, because I want to show you this. Well, you know, it's got to be something really hard and rigid, I guess. Hang on just a second. Okay. I just took the camera off and I put it on the bookcase there. I need to bend the little feelers around on the bottom to get it to go straight again. He wants to go in a circle. But anyway, there's the Tingler, you know. Big Tingler. And another figure that I bought from Stex. Let me just show you this over here since I'm at this. The refrigerator. Yeah, there's my creature grave walker, which should be a lagoon swimmer up there on the top with some other Halloween type cheap stuff. But anyway, here are some refrigerator magnets, and that magnet right there is Fiend Without a Face. I got that from Stex, and it's a really good likeness of the brain monsters from Fiend Without a Face. He even threw in a bonus figure for me, which was very nice of him. And you know, it's weird. The one he threw in was a knockoff of an NPC vampire made of urethane, which most of his figures and things are made of urethane. But it looks just like the original NPC vampire, and he didn't know I was an NPC nut or anything, so that was kind of cool. But anyway, that covers my Vincent Price Distinctive Dummies figures. And next episode in the lineup, I'm going to show you the 1/6 scale 12-inch figures. So I will see you later. Monster onward.